Assalamualaikum and good evening to panelists. Welcome to our program. The program name is Healthy Lifestyle. My name is Nur Shaira binti Ahmad Amka and I am your moderator for today at Google Meet and I will be serving as your navigator today. Firstly, I would like to introduce our panelists, Mr. Sukri bin Omar, Mr. Ashraf and Mr. Ashraf Hugh bin Muhammad Ridwan Hugh and Miss Angela Lokme Kwan. Now let's begin with our season. Sorry. Please welcome Mr. Sukri, who will be elaborate further on healthy lifestyle. As I know about healthy life living, like eating healthy food, doing exercise, and getting enough sleep. I would like to Mr. Sukri to fill me up of a healthy lifestyle that I may have no known about it beforehand. So let's move to our discussion today. What is your opinion and meaning about healthy living, Mr. Sukri? Can you explain it briefly?
Thank you, Ms. Shahira, as our narrator for today and welcoming us here. And also to the other panelists who is attended our discussion. I am grateful everyone is healthy and safe in this monsoon season. And as I can see, all of us is practical in healthy lifestyle. Alright, now let's get started. What is the meaning of healthy living in our life? As everyone knows, healthy living is both physical and mental health that are in balance and working well together in a person. In many examples, physical and mental health are closely linked, and without the existence of each element, both good or bad change would directly affect the decision. Consequently, some of the tips will include suggestions for emotional as our mental health and healthy living. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Sukri. I see. Now I get it why some people not letting their emotion before making any decision. Thank you for your explanation on balancing physical and mental health. Therefore, our life is closely related to mental health. That's good for me to know because our mental health is important to me. Without monitoring our mental health, serious problem will occur. But no to be take care of our health by eating. So what is your opinion on this, Ashraf? You?
Thank you, Ms. Shaira, for giving me a chance to voice out my opinion on how do we take care of our health just by eating. As we all know, all humans need to eat to keep our body and muscle growth and monitoring our health, but we all have different nutrition requirements as affect children, teenagers, young adult, and elderly. For instance, infants may require feeding every 4 hours until they graduate age and be able to take in more solid food. In the end, they are developed into normal pattern of eating, which is 3 times per day. However, is most of the parents know kids and teenagers and young adults are often to intake snack between of their meal. Snacking is often off limit to the all age of group because some of adult and elderly people often to do the same thing.
I am sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Ashraf.
Yes.
Uh, we all know how to maintain our health, but just by eating 3 meals a day and following up the food pyramid.
But don't worry, Miss Shaira. I have prepared some tips for you to follow. The tips are that we all have known about that eat 3 meals a day and follow up with the food pyramid as we all know. But please consider highly intake of sustainable fat, trans fat food and contain high cholesterol, salt and sugar. Because Each of it will become deadly disease. It will not be treated well and seriously. Next, please control our portion size of our plates. And please stop eating before we full because it will cause you an obesity if you need to food obesity, sorry, my bad. Because uh, before food may cause you obesity. If you know you need to stop eating, and if you are full without when you eat too full and do it without doing any exercise or any physical activities, it will may harm you because you will get fat, or maybe the cholesterol, your body cholesterol will become higher and probably will clog out with your blood flow. Next, taking a healthy snack is okay, but in moderation and should be considered of an item like a fruits, whole grains, or nuts. But just to justify your hunger and don't overeat it. It will cause a massive weight gain. Other than that, please avoid or consider before taking soda or sugar as tainted drink. This will make people hungrier rather than make them less hungry. As we all know, avoiding taking large or heavy meal before sleep is a way to keep ourselves healthy. By taking a heavy or large meal will decrease gastric plus reflux and weight gain. But if you want to diet just by eating vegetable to reduce your weight, please make make a checkup with your physicians to be sure that you are getting enough vitamin, mineral, and iron in the diet. Besides that, we all totally avoid eating raw or uncooked meal because raw or uncooked meal they have probably some worms or bacteria that they not going well with our bodies. So how do we cook it? How do we know it's totally cooked or not? Uh, when, but some raw food are actually good for us, but some other are not. To know how we properly cook is it like 78 73.89 Celsius because most of the harmful bacteria and pathogen will be destroyed and sure to run clean water on ingredient beforehand because they might some sand, stone, or anything that dangerous or probably probably some toxic in it. But there are some special situations that should we look out with because some of the citizens may have diabetes and their glucose level should be monitored all the time to avoid hyperthermical hypothermia. And for the people who having unusual schedule should adhere to a breakfast, lunch, and dinner routine with a minimal snacking. This for a housewife or any miasma's plate to avoid using grease or frying food in the greasy pan. Finally, for people who want to lose the weight, it is special for you because avoiding all fatty and sugary food and eat mainly vegetable, nuts, fruits and nuts markedly reduce your intake of meat and dairy product, but you cannot control your food intake. And you have diabetes, please seek a professional beforehand. That's beforehand because it will may harm you and your health. That's it from me. I hope that this will help you in your healthy lifestyle, just healthy lifestyle just by eating.
But Mr. Ashra, I know physical disagree with your opinion on this one because I don't think that we can maintain our health just by eating. But how about our physical activity?
What do you mean, Miss Angela? That you are physically DS, disagree with Mr. Ashraf's opinion?
What I mean is, we cannot only focus on improving our life by eating. Our body also needs physical activity and exercise. This is because physical activity and exercise is a major contributor to a healthy lifestyle. People are made to use their body, and this use leads to unhealthy living. Unhealthy living may manifest itself in obesity, weakness, lack of endurance, and overall poor health that may foster disease development. Firstly, it is vital to exercise regularly to keep our body healthy. Exercise regularly can prevent coronary heart disease, stroke, diabetes, obesity, and high blood pressure. This is because exercise can strengthen our heart and improve circulation. This increased blood flow raises the oxygen level in your body and help will lower your risk of heart disease, such as high cholesterol, coronary artery disease, and heart attack. It also helps you strengthen your muscle and increase your stamina. Exercise also helps improve their capacity to perform daily. Furthermore, regular exercise can boost our self-esteem and confidence, reduce our stress, anxiety, and improve our mood, and also improve mental health in general. Exercise can help in control our body weight, especially for people who have no confidence due to obesity. Regular exercise helps build our confidence by improving our body image. It cannot deny that exercise can improve your fitness and help you feel better about how you look and how you look in the mirror. Well, there are some things while having physical exercise. At least 3 to 5 days in a week, 30 minutes of moderate exercise is recommended. Although exercising is most day of the week provide the best health benefit. You may have your exercise 10-minute seasons to avoid damage. Undue discomfort or tiredness, you should begin slowly and gradually. You also may build out 30 minutes to 60 minutes of moderate to exercise every day. For example, swimming, yoga, jogging are the good ways to keep our body fit. Always remember that people are never too late to exercise. Even old people also can improve their strength and balance with exercise. Same goes to children. Children may take sport as their exercise, but remember that do not overdo certain exercise. Children should not get stop the exercise and seek medical help if injured. People who have lung disease like asthma should consult a doctor before exercising. Lastly, people didn't really who didn't exercise will, will face heart disease. Lack of exercise will increase the likelihood of developing other heart disease risk factors, including obesity, high blood pressure, high blood cholesterol, and so on. People also may face type 2 diabetes, which is diabetes mellitus. That's all for me. I hope my advice will help you in maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ashraf and Miss Angela. There's a lot to take in, but I do get point you guys talk about. I hope that we can practice this lifestyle without any trouble. That is nice and lovely suggestion idea on physically activity and exercise. Mr. Shukri, who you like to finish our discussion with the use of tobacco, alcohol, sexual, and any high risk behavior?
Oh
I
yes,
would
Mrs. Shukri?
I would love to finish it off with the use of tobacco, alcohol, sexual, and any high-risk behaviors. High-risk high-risk behaviors are defined as acts that increase the risk of disease or injury, which can subsequently lead to disability, death, or social problems. The disordered use of tobacco and alcohol, risky sexual behaviors, eating disorder, and violence are the common high-risk problems. Tobacco use is a major risk factor for the development of lung disease like bronchitis, emphysema, and idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. Smoking mediates atherosclerosis, which lead to a variety of cardiac and vascular pathologies like myocardial infarction, stroke, peripheral vascular disease, and erectile dysfunction. Furthermore, cigarette smoke contains many carcinogens responsible for causing various cancers, particularly of the lung, mouth, larynx, esophagus, and pancreas. Alcohol use disorder decrease an individual life expectancy by approximately 10 years. It is associated with several physical, physiological, and social consequences like trauma or injuries. Eating disorder cause serious health problems if left untreated. And violence or witnessing violence can have both immediate physical and long-lasting psychiatric implications, while people who experience sexual abuse and intimate partner violence are at increased risk of contracting sexually transmitted infections like HIV. People who experience other types of violence, like physical and emotional abuse and neglect, are also more likely to develop risky sexual behavior, like engage with multiple partners and not practicing safe sex. Experiencing violence is also associated with various physiological disorders like post-traumatic suicidality. Violence also shares links with the development of significant non-communicable violence negatively impacts healthcare costs, indirectly slow down economic growth, and increase inequality. Um, that's all from me.
Shaira, your mic is off.
Mm, that's all from me.
Shaira, your mic is off. Shaira, mic,
Oh,
your
sorry,
mic.
sorry, sorry, guys. Okay, thank you, Mr. Zukri. That's a good explanation. Uh, Before we end, I have a random question to you guys. How you guys take care your yourself? Mr. Ashraf,
Yes. How
how
I
you
take
take
care of
care
myself?
your
If I was right now I was a student, I will skip breakfast and lunch. I just eat dinner, and not only that, I also do some physical activity like morning jogging or either night jogging, or either I just drink plain water. Oh, my snack is
oh
graham
biscuit?
cracker. Graham
Okay,
cracker,
okay,
so delicious, you know.
okay, okay. I see. Thank you, Mr. Ashraf. So we can go
You're
now
welcome.
to Angela. How you take care? Okay, I wanted to ask you random question. Angela, how you take care yourself day by day or yeah, Miss Angela? Hello.
Yes, I will take care of myself. Just like Miss Asha mentioned before, is jogging, uh, con- consume healthy food, and please avoid the oily food like the snack and then the soft drink and so on. The most important is we should not take the medical which can brings harmful to us. That's all for me.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
That's good. Mr. Shukri, how you take care yourself? By eating or exercise? Mr. Shukri, can you share with us?
Yes. Um, I often exercise about 3 times per week or about 2 times per week. Okay. That's all.
But we all know that most of students cannot avoid eating Maggi because that's it. Our what we call and
Maybe
monthly and saving just by eating Maggi. So delicious. I about making my ones.
Maggie student, yeah, most people like Maggie. Maybe we can decrease. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Our discussion to the end. So we can see that taking care of our health by eating, for example, um, we need to control our portion size and stopping eating before full meal cause us obesity. Furthermore, we also need physical activities and exercise. This is because we can avoid coronary heart disease, stroke, diabetes, obesity, and high blood pressure. As well as we need to concern about the disorder, use tobacco and alcohol, risky sexual behavior, eating disorder and violence. It's still important to us because we can decrease risk of contracting sexual transmitted infection, maybe like HIV, prevent or causing various cancer. Yeah, particularly of the lung, mouth, what is called larynx, esophagus, um, pancreas and alcoholins will decrease the risk of anxiety, depression, suicidality, as well as other substance abuse disorder and domestic violence. In conclusion, we have a lot of effective ways. Thank you, guys. For encourage people to be concerned about their health. We will experience excitement while doing cardio, eating healthy, and improving our mental health. And we can reach fun and better ourselves in the process. Thank you very much to our panelists for embracing this interesting topic today. I hope you guys stay safe and always be healthy in the monsoon season, flood, and pandemic COVID-19. Thank you.
You're
Thank you, guys.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. So we can end our discussion.